Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good day, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Let's go and see what happened to our previous analysis. So, the other day, in the peak of the fear where everybody was losing their minds, literally, even I was about to change my whole perspective about it, but I again remembered how things work. So I came and did an analysis on this resistance of Bitcoin, which was $98,000, which I said that I was waiting for this for a very long time since this breakout candle happened here. Now, it went up, it came down, it went up again, it came down, it destroyed everybody with leverage here, which all their stop losses were below it, and right from here it took more liquidity and we went up. Pretty amazing, right? Now what to do here? Now you only need to focus on these two levels, because since very long time Bitcoin, like since May, is staying above this price. So you see it keeps going up and down, up and down. It's just consolidating between these two prices. Now in order for the market to go crazy up and all your altcoins go in profit, Bitcoin needs to break this trend, this blue line, this trend line that it just made. It needs to break this, then we can expect that. And the price target, I have always said, is $120,000 right here. Okay, so what are we seeing? Is it overbought? Is it going to keep going up? We need to go and check other things and see how those are playing, then we will come back to this chart. Okay, so let's start with US dollar. If you see this, how many times I have told you right on this trend line that it's gonna keep on going down and it's gonna keep on crashing. And even at the time of war, I said they're doing this to manipulate the market and make billions of dollars off of it, because they can't just fix US dollar. It's impossible at this point. It will only keep on crashing. And if you see from this top, from here all the way down, it has lost its purchasing power another 10% just this year. Like since the beginning of this year till now, it has lost another 10% in its purchasing power. And if you see this, it's finally broken. Yesterday, yes, was it yesterday? It was yesterday that I posted this chart on X, this one actually. I said go print more, do it. So the more they print money, the more it will keep on crashing. And now it has become, it's amazing how this is working. So you see where it's going. It will only keep on going down. I have explained this chart on the death of US dollar. So you see US dollar is very, very weak at this point, and we can only concentrate for this on this zone, because if anything happens and this is reclaimed and closes above, then it's possible for Bitcoin and crypto to get weakened. Otherwise, the more it stays below this and retest and keep falling down, the more crypto and Bitcoin is gonna go up. That's how it's gonna be working. Now this is current state of US dollar. Now let's see how is US dollar doing against USD CAD, which is another major currency. And if you go and see the other charts, even I have posted it on TradingView, you can search Weiss Ventures, that's the name of my trading view. It should have been Halal portfolio, but it's not anyways. I can't change it anymore. So you see, this since here I have been analyzing and telling everybody that it's gonna keep on dropping. Now, when this happened, I again told you that it's retesting this trend line and this zone. You see how precise these lines are, and again, US dollar is coming down against USD CAD, which is fantastic for us. This is what we wanted. All right. So you see, everybody was manipulated thinking that Bitcoin is gonna go down under 100K and it's gonna go down to 86,000. Some people were calling for 30,000 on Twitter. You need to really don't listen to those people, all right? There are so many good traders that I know that they said otherwise, including myself. Not bragging, it's just Allah is there. He's giving all this knowledge. And for USDT dominance, I give you guys two scenarios. One was that since it hasn't broken this zone here, I expect it to push down, and this is where we should invest. And I told you specifically this is not a financial advice because I have to. But you see, it again dropped right from here, and it's gonna keep continuing, inshallah, down. Now, the other scenario was if we see a breakout and a retest, then it's done for crypto. For at least for some time, we will go and touch these zones and this trend line here. But that never happened, and this is actually perfect. This is the best scenario that it can play. You can see that this breakout happened, another breakout happened right from this zone, and this was a retest to this zone. It was perfect place for everybody to come and join and buy this fear in Bitcoin, right? If you did, then congratulations. If you didn't and you sold, then what should I say? You just lost a lot of gains. You got scared. That's how majority of people do, and unfortunately that's the truth. Okay, this is total. Let's reset this because it's so messy. And let's do our analysis again. Break of trend. You see? Beautiful break of trend. Now, this bounce was right from this zone. Okay, it didn't even fully dip it, but now we are trying to again go and push up. But then there's another zone. There is definitely another zone here, which if you see, it's broken. It's trying to go up, but we're not gonna just rely on this because Bitcoin is overbought. Although it shows that it's broken, I still need to see it go a little bit more up, then come maybe stop here, then continue going up. It should be like this, otherwise it can just come back down to fully retest this, then go up. It's quite possible. This is total market cap of entire cryptocurrency, okay? Then total 2. This was in its perfect spot when I said to you that this zone is the perfect place for this to be retested. You see this breakout after this break of the trend? This breakout was a perfect place. Now this is again the same. You see all this was an accumulation. It shows the demand was so great here that it had a breakout. Now it came back to this level and it was perfectly bought. Now the other zone for this is obviously here, which we need to keep our eyes on, that it can still keep on pushing to go up. But for a smaller time frame, which we can see Ethereum as well, that is on a supply. This is that supply. This is exactly that supply zone, which if it's not broken like tonight, it should like go up like this tonight, then for the next couple of days retest, then go up. Otherwise, this scenario will play. It will come back down, then go up. Keep this in mind. This is how things are gonna be working. And also for total tree, you see, I gave you this. There's a fly going in my coffee. It didn't though. Anyway, even the flies are trying to distract me from this market, but I am not being distracted. Okay. So take a look at this. This was the demand for this coin. It went lower even to this support, but it's actually fine because most of the time altcoins, they do dip more. It goes lower than Bitcoin, so it dipped here. Now it's trying to go up, but still, if we try to take this zone and take it like this, you see this is not a breakout, bro. I still need to see it go up a little bit more, then come down, same thing, then it can continue going up. Otherwise it will come down, then go up. So I'm waiting for tonight, especially tonight, to take a decision, or maybe after this video I will take a decision, because some things are really looking overbought for me. So before it takes away all my profit, I need to take a decision. Okay, I will leave you with your own decision. I'm not gonna tell you what you're gonna do. If you bought the dip, you're in profit. If you exit anywhere, you're in profit. If this is broken tonight, it will come back to this price, then it will go up. So it's up to you, bro. Now this chart I didn't mention. I forgot, unfortunately, in the last video to talk about it. But there is something that I have learned from my teacher, the Forex Scalper. You can go and search his name on Instagram. He was a Forex trader. I learned supply and demand and his strategies, but I applied it on crypto. So I left Forex way long time ago. Like in 2020, I left Forex because it was haram, and I didn't know before that. So he told me that when you see a wick in a zone like this is the actual zone, and this liquidity wick is above it, like even higher than this. I will show you a similar pattern in Bitcoin at $15,800 price, which we had the same liquidity wick. So this liquidity wick is where this price I think is gonna be dropping. If Bitcoin dominance drops from here, then you should know that all the altcoins are gonna outperform Bitcoin. Maybe not outperform it, but at least it will give you a lot of gains. But what we want is we want that outperformance in percentage, so we can make more money, so we can come back and buy more Bitcoin. Like take money from there, put it back into Bitcoin. Now this is that wick. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom it in. You see this wick? It's still on play. This is not a breakout. It hasn't broken this zone. And the other day that I told you, it was exactly right here and it fell, which I posted this on X, and I also sent it on our WhatsApp group. Perfect place for this to play out, otherwise it will keep on going up. So it tried so many times for us to give us an alt season, You see, even here people were calling for an alt season, but I was waiting for this retest, which never perfectly happened, which we need to be aware all the time. Now we have this trend that needs to be broken. Once this is broken and make a pattern like this, it should clearly make a pattern like this, then we know that it can go. Otherwise, don't trust it. So coming back to our conclusion in Bitcoin, then we will go to other altcoins. Okay, one thing is left, which is gold. Let me show you this chart. I'm not gonna clear this chart because it doesn't need to be cleaned, although it's looking a lot more messy than other ones. But anyways, yeah. And again, dropped from here, gold against Bitcoin, and it hasn't reached this line yet and this zone, so I still expect it to fall, and I expect, according to this chart, for Bitcoin to go up. Gold, okay, now this is where things are getting interesting, because even my dad some days ago asked me about how gold is gonna do, and I said that it's on a parabolic run. Since very long time that I have called it. So you see this parabolic trend, it needs to be broken. But sometimes what happens is both Bitcoin and gold can go up. But in here you can clearly see that there was a supply in gold. Then again it dropped from there. Then again some days ago when I told you guys, it dropped from there. Now the point is that it's still on this parabolic run, which if you see, it can come back again here, then drop from here. One scenario, let me make it like this, okay? Or it will really break out and keep on going up. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But what is it for now? What is it gonna do for now? For now, we should, okay, for now I think gold is gonna go up for some time, at least for the short term. Yeah. And since now let's go back to this US dollar chart. This has already fallen. So if we get a retest on this, will we get a retest on Bitcoin? Yes, definitely we can. So what do I expect? Okay, we can take profits here. Okay, again, this is not a financial advice, please. This is not a financial advice for you to take a decision upon what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, it's possible that this can come here, then we break out. One scenario. The other scenario is tonight it can break out and continue going up. That's the second scenario. But since it's overbought here, even if it's broken, we can buy the retest maybe right back to this price. But you should understand that if you trade Bitcoin and it makes a breakout like this, then does the retest here. So what happens is you cannot buy it back in this price, and you have lost a lot of gain of around 5% just in Bitcoin. That's the cost of being, you know, being a trader. That's the cost of it. You just trade on the levels. But if you see, we have traded it a lot all the way. We have been very, very careful. So we still don't know if Bitcoin is again in this parabolic run of it. Let me show you the same pattern that you saw on gold and Bitcoin. Which is this. Some people put it like this, which I don't agree. If you put it like this, and you forget about this fake out, it makes sense that we are again in this parabolic run and it can break out. But if you consider it like this, then nope. Let me fix this. You see, so what can happen is, unfortunately, this will give you another scenario like July, August until September. It will keep on grinding here, then it will break out. Possible, because there's also a lot of great news are coming. So everybody is gonna FOMO and buy Bitcoin here. So what are we gonna do? We can take profits here and let it come down again to either one of these levels, either back to 98,000 or to $101,000, depending on how the candle is gonna close on daily. We have to track that. There's a fly here that is that is trying to tease me. Okay, let's go and see Ethereum. Okay, remember what I told you about Ethereum here. Here you go. We're back on Ethereum, but in order for this to outperform against Bitcoin, we need to see Ethereum BTC, which is not looking good. I will explain this in a bit. So let's see what is this telling us. This is on this level. Clearly not a breakout. Same thing as Bitcoin. It's not a breakout. It needs to break this level tonight, then retest, then we can expect it to even go and break this level and don't even care about it. But if it doesn't, we can expect it to come back, grab the liquidity, then continue going up. Seriously like this. So what is it gonna be? If you bought here, you can take profits. Why? Because we did the same. We bought here, we took profits here, it gave us a better level here. You see the difference? The difference is 18% just on Ethereum. Or if you count it from this top, if you sold again there, 25%. But let's see. So this is the other scenario. For now, it's all bullish, all right? It's just the take profit level that we need to be aware of. That what is it gonna do today? Very important. Okay, so you can go back and fact check whatever I say. If there's anything that I say wrong, you can ask me for explanation. That why did I say what I said? So you see this last liquidity wick that I talked about, because in daily we cannot find it. There is nothing like that. Okay, you can see some wicks here, which is the same. You can continue, if you just continue this line, it will go there. But we want it to be exact and we want it to be sure, so we cannot find it in daily. What we did, we went in 4-hour chart and we found this level, and I said this is not a breakout, and you see how these candles are bought. So I expect this to go up back to this level, and if we see not a breakout here and the turning point, then it might even come back and touch these levels, which is quite possible. Now on the other hand, this looks good to me, to at least push to this level, which is a small 4-hour level, which can still try to break higher. But since this keeps closing here, it makes me doubt, like, to get out. But you see, it was perfectly bought and went to this level, it again came and retested this line exactly like not even an inch difference. You see how precise the lines are? It only comes with experience over the years, brothers. Years, not months, years, to give an opinion like that. Okay? So again, I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna happen tonight. On the other hand, we have Solana, which is not looking so great. It's been 2 days, 3 days that it's on this level, and it's not even trying to go up. It keeps giving us this 148 level, which we previously tried to bought. If you bought in these levels, we even bought $144. So you see, if I exit here, nothing lost, nothing happened. If you bought here, you're again in profit. You can at least take this position. A student, Masi John, asked in the group as well that what about Solana? So this is my perspective on Solana. Listen carefully, brother. If you bought here, it's up 15%. Take profit, or at least close this position, because we have been buying a lot in this. You still have a lot of money in this zone if you have been buying. So wait for this to break, then wait for something like this, because it can happen, or something like this, it can also happen. So this this probability shows me more of this, like it can come here, or it can even go lower if things go bad. Although all the news are good, but they're all good for Bitcoin. There's nothing good for these altcoins. So if you want to get out, you can get out here and wait for things to come down, then buy it back there. And Sol Ethereum, not looking good. It's still on a demand, which I expect Solana to outperform Ethereum, which it will. So why isn't it so good? Because of these candles. They're not looking like a hammer, they're looking like a doji, and it's not fully tested. So maybe tonight something like this can happen to this chart and we will continue going up, because this is not broken. So as long as it stays above this, it will again try to outperform Ethereum. And the same for Bitcoin. It's in a perfect position, Solana, to perform against Bitcoin. It's in this demand zone. Let's see, because if you count the last week, it closed right at this. It's not a breakout. So what I expect for this is to go up, which Solana can outperform Bitcoin. But so far against USD, it's looking really, really bad. Tonight we're gonna know. Tonight. Okay, we covered that. Dogecoin. Stop dancing, bro. Not bro. I know what you are. Yeah, so you see how Dogecoin is turning? So yeah, for Dogecoin to fully grab the liquidity, 13 cent or even lower than that, 12 cent is a probability, because it hasn't broken and it's on a supply zone. This, we used to buy it. At that time it was demand. You can see how it has gone up from here twice, but once it's broken, it becomes what? A supply. Now it can do this. Quite a possibility. And if you put a trend line, it's right at resistance. So get out of Dogecoin. Not a financial advice. When I say it like that, you should know what I mean, but It's not a financial advice. Dogecoin losing against Bitcoin as well. Gonna drop here. Then it might go and outperform. And if you see this, it's crazy because so many times from here we went up against Bitcoin, but now it's crazy. Look how it used to outperform Bitcoin, but over time it got much worse and it's not outperforming anymore. I am so tired of all these things. Trust me. If I can, I will completely go Bitcoin again, like 100%. But since it's not that much to put it all in Bitcoin, I try to make money with all these stupid coins, which I did previously in the past. That's why I have more money than you. And it certainly made me more money than if I had to stay just in Bitcoin. So yeah, in some places, in some points, it's very good to stay in Doge and other coins, but lately I'm trying to just remove Dogecoin from the list of the majors. It's crazy. And Dogecoin against Ethereum is coming on this demand. Might hold and go back up. Who knows? Okay. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You see, the moment I talked about, it's right here. It's right here. And it's turning and it's gonna come down. And we need to go take care of our money before something bad happened to it. So this is all for today. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you in the next analysis, inshallah.